Welcome back to the channel. What we're doing today is we're going to be working on getting the Mustang that I purchased, the last video that I did. I'm going to be getting it cleaned up, see exactly what I'm dealing with on sheet metal needs and other items for that, see how much work I'm going to have to do on it. That is the third in the tier of 3 cars that I'm working on right now. So let's get started. Let's get to work and clean this sucker up. I got a lot of work to do because it is nasty. Rats and everything infested it. You know how these go when a car sits for a while. Also, this car was sitting on the ground. Fortunately, it did not rust the frame rails or anything like that, but it's got a ton of dirt in it. I've got a lot of work to do. Let's get busy. Now, as you can see, while it is a little bit darker, the machine surfaces are really slick. It's good. I think I may buff it out a little bit with a little bit of steel wool, but other than that, I think that's going to work. Now, as for the blasting cabinet, I've got my air dryer here, got my hose hooked up here, got everything running there. Right here is where people normally hook up their shop vac. The problem is the evacuation of the dust will oftentimes clog your filter on your shop vac very fast. So I actually consulted the internet, and I'm trying to build a homemade cyclonic system. This right here. Basically, I've just drilled a hole in it, put this in at an angle, this here, and I've sealed it off with silicone. That's waiting to dry. That hose hooks up to the vacuum, or this hose right here rather hooks up to the vacuum. That hose hooks up to the sandblaster, so hopefully that'll work. I'm at starting to run out of room in here, but that's because everything is a mess. I've got to do some cleanup stuff. I'll probably be doing that over Thanksgiving holiday. That right there, as you can see, my auxiliary bucket going into my sandblaster is working really well. I've got some pieces down here that I'm going to start sandblasting very, very soon. I already did one piece as a trial run and it looked good. And of course, the spindles, as were noted earlier in this video as well, or later in this video, depending on how I edit it, of course. But that is ready to go to start cleaning up parts. Well, as you can see, the car was a bit dirty inside. I think I cleaned out about 2 tons of topsoil out of that over there. So let me show you where we are right now. Now, as I noted, it was an absolute horror fest getting a car without suspension on it off of the trailer by myself. I noted that in one of my shorts previously, but that is done. I'm starting to get the shop arranged. Like I said, I'm going to start doing some cleanup work, but I wanted to get the inside of the Mustang cleaned out to see what I was dealing with. I do have a better picture of what I'm dealing with, know what panels I'm going to do. Of course, that is the third car in line of 3, the Cobra, the 32, of course, being ahead of it. So I'm just going to be acquiring parts as I can. I do have some leaf springs on the way. I'm going to pull the rear end part and see what's wrong with the differential. May have to do a complete rebuild on the differential, which I was probably going to do that anyway. Not a big deal there. So that is the story on the Mustang. We're going to get busy on it and work on it as I feel up to it. But I do want to get back on the Cobra because I'm at the bodywork phase on that now. I'm also at the phase where if I can finish up a few things like running transmission lines and things like that on the 32, it'll be close to starting. So I want to get busy on that as well. I've still got that brake issue to fix on the 32 as well. It's not holding pressure. We'll of course get to that as well. I've got a new brake bleeder coming on the way, so we'll handle that as well. Now, of course, to reiterate on the spindles, I did a little bit of minor cleanup on this to make sure the machine surfaces are still good. They're darkened in color, but the machine surfaces are slick. Spindles are definitely going to work, so we'll get that done as well. After cleaning all of this up, I have discerned that I am definitely going to need a full length floor on the driver's side because that is a patch, that is a patch. That over there is a patch. That over there is possibly good floor. So I may only need the front half for the passenger side, but I'm definitely going to need a full-length floor on this side. The back floors are good. That area right over there, I'm going to have to pull the window channel out and clean that out the rest of it. It was absolutely caked with dirt, very, very thick. It filled up half my vacuum and half my trash can. So that is going to have to be scrubbed and cleaned, so I will get to that. But the good news is there's no rot or decay in there. The rest of the floor, the transmission tunnel, of course the rockers look good. Everything looks good here. So it's just going to be a matter of basically disassembling everything, cleaning it up, cutting the metal out that I'm not going to use, and putting new metal in. I'm also going to have to pull the cowl up. This is a standard repair on Mustangs this old because right over here is a vent that opens up to the heater box that is notorious for rusting out. This one is indeed rusted out on that side. I've confirmed it. And what has to happen is you have to pull this cowl out, pull the under cowl out, and replace all the metal there. So that's going to take some work too. The good news about that is that these panels are not particularly expensive. Of course, I'm going to need a new quarter, as we noted as well. So that, of course, will get done in due time in addition to everything else. All in all, it's still a very, very solid car considering what I've paid for it. Everything you see, most of the front end pieces, minus the ball joints and other things that needed replacing anyway, are here. Spindles are here. I mean, to be honest with you, I could part it out tomorrow, get a couple of $100 for the hood, get a couple of $100 for the doors, a couple of $100 here and there, party it out, and I could easily make more off of it than what I've got in it. But I'm not going to do that. I want to save this car and I want to build it, and that's what we're going to do. Be sure and stay tuned. More car videos coming up. We got a lot of fun stuff coming on. Please hit like and subscribe if you like the content. We'll see you later.